out of the power section for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, rise up. Try and keep that nice steady balance. Ground down through the right foot. Press down through all 4 corners of the foot. Lift up through the left. Inhale. Exhale, start to seesaw forward from the hips. Again, feeling that engagement through the back body. As you wobble your way into your warrior 3, think about that line of energy heading out through the heel and the crown of the head. Squeeze in the belly and hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Well done. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center as we come down into our dog position. Lifting up through the sit bones, we've got downward facing dog. Have a little wiggle out here. And when you're ready, let's take 3 knee drives. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, bring the knee on the right leg towards the nose. Exhale to lift. So hips square to the floor, long arms, long legs. Lift and squeeze. Final time. Lift and pop the right foot down. Let's go left side. Inhale, lift up with the left foot. Press down with the right heel if you can. Bring the knee towards the nose. Engage the abs. Lengthen as long as you can through that left leg. Squeeze. See how close you can get that knee towards the nose. 1 more. Squeeze it in. And release. Lovely. Pop that left foot down. Look to the hands. We're going to hop or walk your way to seated. Your choice. Lift up and taking a bound angle as our hip opener and our rest pose. So soles of the feet together, hands around the toes in a little basket or around the ankles, maybe using the elbows to press down. So you've got 2 versions of your bound angle. You can stay with a straight back, or if you prefer, you can drop the chin to the chest and take a rounded spine. If you're taking that straight back, this might be your variation. You might want to then take a little forward fold, working from the hips. Okay, so 2 different types of bound angle there for you to play with. Find one which is going to feel nice for you. I'm enjoying this back opener as I tuck the chin towards the chest. Let the hips just naturally open as the knees drop towards the earth. Just breathing in here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go round 2. Well done. Roll up, crossing the legs. We're going to plant the hands and let's just have a go at shooting those feet back. Nice strong plank pose. Inhale, weight forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to down dog. And to the hands we go. Hop forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. So starting to flow now. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise up. Hands come down through heart center. Warrior 3. Left foot first, right foot lifts. Inhale. Let's go. Floating forward. Finding that T-shaped balance. If you do want extra extension, take the arms out in line with the shoulders next to the ears. Palms facing in. Squeeze and lift. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Pigeon chair. Inhale to lift up. Bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. You can take the hands back to prayer if you wish as you sink down into this chair pose. Catching that balance, making sure that we're not feeling all wonky today. Letting this right knee press down a little bit as the hips drop down towards the earth. Making sure that the knee's not coming forward of that big toe. You might want to take more challenge as you lift up through the arms. So pigeon chair, great stretch out for the glutes and hips. For another 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, rise up. Let's swap it over. Right foot ground, warrior 3. Hands to wherever you feel comfortable, down by the side or at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen out, float forwards, catch that T-shaped balance. Squeeze in those abs. Remember, you can lengthen out with the arms, flex the foot or point the foot, your choice. Just make sure the hips are facing down towards the earth. Shoulders away from the ears. 3. Deep breath in and out. 2. And 1. Pigeon chair. Inhale to rise up. Try and avoid putting the left foot down if you possibly can. Make sure that left foot is flexed. So that's the opposite of point as you sink down into your pigeon chair. Remember, you can release the arms if your arms are getting tired. So you keep taking the sit bones towards the back of the room if you possibly can. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's transition. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding forwards. Hands come to the mat. We hop back, find a plank. Exhale, down to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Back to down dog. Knee drives here. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, knee to nose. Squeeze it in. And release. Got 2 more of those. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale to lift. 1 more. Squeeze. And lift. Well done. Now we're going to take a 3-legged inchworm. So keep that right foot lifted. Inchworm is where we're going to walk the hands back towards that left foot. Okay, from here we're going to let the nose drop down towards the knees. We work into a standing split just for a breath. And then we're going to walk the hands back out. Okay, now if you're taking this challenge up a level, you could take a little press at the end. Otherwise, we're walking the hands back again towards that standing base foot. Drop down, knees to nose. What's that? Nose to knee, even. Kick up high. And taking it out, you can just hold there, or you can take a press. One more. Walk it back. Kick up high, find your standing splits, and back to the front of our mat we go. Well done, find your dog. Bring the right foot down. Readjust hands and feet if you need to. Let's go left side. Inhale, left foot high, knee to nose. Squeeze the core. Exhale to lengthen. So you can press that right heel down a bit more. Squeeze it in. And release. Remember those shoulders and the upper arms. The upper arms want to be squeezing in towards each other. Well done. Hold that left foot high. Really engage the glutes. As we find inchworm, walking the hands back towards the right foot this time. Dropping the nose down towards the knee. Kick up high, standing splits. Walking forwards. Maybe taking an extra press. Maybe not. See where your practice wants to be tonight. That's it. Well done. Find that flow of breath. Exhaling, coming forwards. Lower down. Back up. And release. One more time. Kick up high. This time as we come forwards, we're going to pop the left foot down, releasing into our down dog, and taking a little breather in our bound angle. Look to the thumbs, bend the knees, float forwards, and come to seated. So working into your bound angle, inhale, and exhale, release. So we're going to follow this move up with a wide-legged boat, so a strong core activity. So option again to round through the spine, find that C shape, or if you prefer, find the length of the spine, working on that flexibility through the hips. Perfect, wherever you are, all good, all good. Okay, let's find wide-legged boat. Inhale, lift up tall, puff up the chest, taking hold of the peace sign fingers around the big toes, shuffle the heels in towards you, see if you can lift them off the ground, and then start to extend. If your wide-legged boat comes to here, that's fine. See if you can extend a little bit longer, a little bit taller through the spine. See if you can bring the thighs and the belly a little bit closer without rocking that boat too much. Hold, hold, hold for 3, 4, 2, well done. And for 1, well done, let's go. Round 3, cross the legs, plant the hands, step back, hop back into your full plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Stretch it out, wiggle around. And then take those gaze towards the thumbs, hopping forwards, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, release. So hopefully finding a bit more space now down the back of the legs and into the lower back. And let's go, bend the knees, inhale, up we come. Exhale, hands down to heart center, working straight into our warrior. Make sure you've got enough space out in front of you. Right foot lifts, left foot is planted. Extending away, catching that balance. If you're really wobbly tonight or this morning, wherever you're practicing, don't worry. Take the hands down, don't worry about it. Okay, hips square, shoulders square to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, we've got pigeon chair coming up in 3. In 2, you feel like bully off bullseye. In 1, inhale, rise up, and taking the right foot on top of the left, square off the hips, start to sink down when you're ready. Pigeon chair, knee over ankle, long spine, squeezing the belly, hold it there. Got warrior 2 after this, inhale. Exhale, come down a bit deeper, nice, well done. 3, keep that focus on something that's stationary. 2, 1. Inhale, lift up, step back with the right foot. Turn the right toes out so you've got that heel to an arch alignment. Deep front knee bends. Make sure that the knee is strong and in line with the hip. Arms come out wide. Inhale, exhale, drop right down. Let's turn this into a little bit of a flow with a reverse warrior. So keeping the legs strong, we're going to turn the front palm up. Inhale, rise up with the left fingers, drop the right hand down the back. Exhale, coming into an extended side angle. Left forearm can rest lightly on that left thigh. Inhale, lift up, open up into sun warrior or reverse warrior. Exhale, find your extended side angle. 1 more flow. Inhale, we're going to take our second side, very short. Exhale, lovely job. Inhale, come all the way up and take a big step forward in 1 step if you can. Right foot grounds, warrior 3, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, seesaw forward, strong back here. Hips square, connect through the floor, feel grounded here. Lengthen out. Maybe release the arms out in front if you want that extra challenge for 3, 4, 2, and for 1. Good, pigeon chair, left foot lifts, left foot on top of the right thigh. Inhale, exhale, down we go. So feel that connection through all of that base foot. So we don't feel like we're teetering over to one side. Flex that lifted foot And find length through the spine. So try not to overarch the lower back. Switch onto the abs. Make sure that we don't get that. Inhale. 2 more breaths. Lower down a little bit on each exhale if you can. Warrior 2 coming up. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Inhale to rise up. Step it back. Left foot, left toes turn out. Right knee bent. Arms up. Shoulder height. Inhale here. Sink down into your warrior 2. So we're not leaning forwards on warrior 2. We want to keep that height through the torso. Arms out strong. For 3, 2, 1. Flip the front palm. Reverse that warrior. Left hand comes down on the back leg. Or maybe it folds into the lower back. As you lift up here, just check this front knee doesn't come into center. Exhale. Reach up and over. Find your extended side angle. 2 more flows. Stay deep in the legs. Work them hard. Inhale. And exhale, float. Final time, doing really well. Inhale, lift through the torso, find the expansion through the front body. Final time, extend that side angle, good job. Inhale, lift up, warrior 2, and looking forwards, taking a big knee bend, stepping forwards. Inhale to rise up, look to the fingertips. Exhale to squeeze the belly as you roll all the way down, hands plant, step it back. Finding your high plank, and let's go, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Back into down dog, back into knee drives, left foot plants, right foot lifts, inhale, exhale, knee to nose. We exhale so we can find more space in the torso, in the lungs, as we squeeze. 1 more, squeeze. Okay, keep that right leg lifted, walk the hands back to that left leg, drop the nose down towards the knee, kick up high. Exhale, out we come, maybe coming and holding a plank, maybe taking a little press. Good stuff, release back. We're just going to take 1 more for time, don't want to miss out on our flex and chill bits. Okay, final one. Lower down, we're going to go straight into the other side, and I'm going to take dolphin dips at the end. So come all the way forwards, finding the right foot back down, stretch into your dog, have a little wiggle around, and let's go left side, knee drives, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift it up, stretch it out, plant that right heel if you can. Extend away, nice work. 1 more. And lift, right, hold it there, left leg nice and high, engage that top glute, walk the hands back. So we're working into spinal flexibility and hamstring flexibility, but then as we come forward, we're using our abs and then maybe using our triceps and chest as we take a press, if you're joining me with that one. So you can hold the plank, great exercise for whole body engagement. Okay, final one. All right, as promised, here we go. Float that left foot down, walk both hands forwards, drop down onto the forearms. We're coming into dolphin dips. So we're looking back towards the toes, maybe shuffle the feet forwards a little bit more. You can hold your dolphin if you like, trying to move the shoulders away from the ears. Otherwise, let's take that move forwards, nose to the floor if you can, and press back, nice. So we're coming into a forearm plank essentially, squeeze the abs, and then pressing back into a forearm dog. Forearm plank, forearm dog, forearm plank. Forearm dog, 1 more, forearm plank, forearm dog, press on up, find your dog, readjust, hops and hands, find a little section of power, bound angle, here we go, taking that little release, inhale, lift up, and exhale, rolling forwards, nice work, for 3, moving the mic, 2, and 1, inhale to lift, bound boat, you ready? Catch a hold of those toes. Puff up through the chest, relax the shoulders back and down, inhale, and exhale, float. Extending the legs away, catching that balance. Anybody feel like letting go? If you can, do like R1SE, let it go. For 5, for 4, for 3, doing amazing at home, for 2, and for 1, well done, releasing down from there, coming down onto our backs, so roll through the spine. Release the back of the head down just to start off with. We're going to take a leg lower. So if your leg lower looks like a bent leg and a toe tap, you can alternate one side then the other. If you've moved forwards to taking a long leg, one side at a time, that's cool, off you go. You can always lift the shoulders up for a little bit more exertion. Otherwise, we're taking both legs, lifting and lowering. Let's see if we can get those shoulders off the mat here. So really squeezing the upper abs. Keep going, well done. 10. We've got flex coming up next. 9. And 8. Doing really well. 7. And 6. great strengthener for the hip flexors. And one, hug the knees in, give yourself a little hug, relax the shoulders, relax the back of the head down. And there we go, power is done. Let's move swiftly onto flex. So rocking and rolling up to seated, planting the hands and taking a big step back into your plank pose. Remember, kneeling plank is always an option here. No worries if you don't want to take any more planks. Inhale, exhale, lower down, low plank. Inhale, up dog, and back to down dog. Okay, we're going to take a twisted lizard here. So taking the right foot high into the air, working into the hips now, and working into the spine. So we're going to bring the knee towards the chest, and then slowly pop the right foot between the hands, dropping down onto the back left knee. So we're going to take a look at bringing a twist into our lizard, and this can simply be done by taking the right hand out behind you. Okay, one thing you might want to consider is sliding this left knee back a little bit. Okay, so the back foot can have its toenails on the floor, and we can release out behind like this. If you're able to, or you might have a strap nearby if you can't quite take the bind, you can take the right hand onto the left foot. Now a lot of people will move their hips back here to take a hold of the foot. Remember, this is a hip opener, so we want that movement to keep coming forwards. Hips down towards the earth, finding as much rotation from the waist as we can, lifting and opening through the chest. Great for gut health, great for spinal flexibility as well. And just breathing here into your twisted lizard. Maybe closing your eyes if your balance will allow. Well done. For another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing that back foot. Well done. And what we want to do is just heel toe this right foot into centre a little bit. We're going to lift up the back knee, and then we're going to pivot on the back foot. So we're coming into an extended side angle to start off with, but we're going to work towards a Bikram triangle. So in your extended side angle, we want to open up to the chest. What we're going to do here is reach up and over beyond, to moving towards the front edge of the mat. Okay, so we're still trying to open out through the torso. We're extending away here. So this is working towards our Bikram triangle. We're going to engage through the hips, press them forwards towards the long left side of your mat. And if you feel able to, you could always take the right hand to meet the left. So I was like a James Bond pointer finger here. Now the danger here is that everybody sort of closes off the chest. So we're trying to lengthen through the arms and really reaching all the way from the left hip. So it's a strong workout for the side body, this one. Nice deep knee bend if you can, maybe dropping the hips a little bit lower. Well done, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, warrior 2 coming up. And 1, good, well done. Floating out, so still working hard into these legs, arms lift. Looking forwards over that front arm. So to take some nice little circles with the hands here. So in your warrior 2, if you feel like you're sticking your bottom out a little bit, just press the hips forwards. You want to make sure this right knee is over the right ankle and that knee's not dropping to centre. Okay, make sure that back hand is as high as the front hand. Maybe taking circles the other way now. Nice little release for the shoulders as well. Alright, let's take a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, hands come down. We're going to lift up through that front leg and pivot, so bringing the right toes towards the long left side of your mat. Now, with a forward fold, we want to take the weight into the balls of the feet, so we're not sending the heels backwards and losing balance. Taking the hands to the hips can really help elongate and give you that lift up through the torso. So that's what we're aiming for. So think about yourself just hinging from here rather than rounding through the spine. So take that inhale. As you exhale, squeeze into the belly, squeeze into the lower back, and start to allow yourself to float down. And just maybe pause halfway. Okay? So as you're halfway, you really feel that extension all the way from the coccyx at the base of the spine, and that energy line coming out of the crown of the head. Now, if it feels okay, you might come down a little bit deeper. You might be able to get your hands on the floor. If you can't get your hands on the floor, don't worry about it. Okay? As I said before, it's all about how the pose feels, not what it looks like. So you're really pressing hard down the outside edges of the feet and into the balls of the feet, maybe allowing yourself to float down a little bit more. So just using the breath here, inhale, maybe coming up a little bit on the inhale, and then exhaling to refold. And then maybe inhaling to lift up a little bit more. And then exhaling to refold. So then settling down to wherever you feel comfortable in the semi-inversion. So any inversions, consider where the heart's above the head. So you've got your head dangling down. Really taking some lovely deep breaths. Settling into your pose for another 5. Be feeling a stretching out into the backs of the legs, into the lower back. Make sure you've got those abs still switched on. Again, decompressing the spine. If these stood up all day, can feel really nice. 2, we'll take a yogi squat next. And 1, well done. Use the hands here, press into the hands. So hands underneath the shoulders. We're then going to heel toe the feet in until we get to that comfortable distance where we're able to sink the sit bones down. So it might be that you want a block for this. If you've got a book or something nearby, you might want to sit on that block. So it is a workout into the groin, into the hips, and it's not comfortable for everyone, so the block can really help with that. So the feet want to be facing out to about 10 and 2 o'clock on a clock face. So sitting up tall through the spine, using the elbows if you wish to press against the inside of the knees. But really again, it's all about that length through the back body in order to open out through the front, to relax the shoulders back and down. Great for the digestion, really, really good one for opening up into the groin, into the hips. For another 3, nice steady breath, close your eyes if you can, if the balance is there. 2. And for 1. All right, now this transition is not for everybody. We'll just see how it goes. What we're going to do is we're going to drop the back knee towards the front. So you're coming down onto your bum, and then we're going to extend out the right leg, okay? So this is a half hero, where you're not sat on your heel, okay? The heel is outside of the left butt cheek. Now if that does not work for you, don't worry about it. Just bring it into a tree leg, okay? So we're going to take a forward fold from this half hero. You might also want to roll that left calf muscle out of the way. Knees are in line, both hips are grounded, so we're not lifting up through one side because we've got that leg bent. You can use a strap here if you want as we take our forward fold, it's entirely up to you, and you can take as much knee bend as you need through that left leg. So it might be that the strap comes into play, or a tea towel or a jumper, sitting up tall, and just with that wide leg forward fold, I want you to think about the hinge coming from the waist. So leading with the heart towards the toes, as opposed to just letting the head drop down towards the knee. We'll get there eventually, and I want to find the length first. So really stretching out, releasing long for another 3. Nice work. Another breath, another release of breath. 2. Feeling your way into that right hamstring. Doesn't always feel comfortable on everyone's knee, this left side, so feel free to take that tree leg. And 1. Now, if you want to, you can start to release the head down. So you found length, we're still finding length. But as you drop the weight of the head, you can just find another little bit, another little increase in that range of movement maybe. Slowly breathing into your half hero leg forward fold. And you can stay here, or if you want to have a go at taking this the other way, you can press into the hands and then start to move backwards. So you can stay in that forward fold if you want. It might be that you can come down onto the elbows. So this is full hero, is where you've got both legs in this bent position. Okay, but if the half hero can sometimes feel quite nice, coming back onto the elbows. And for those of you that have done this a few times and you're quite comfortable here, you can come down onto the back, onto the shoulders, and just take a few more breaths here. So staying in your forward fold, coming back onto the elbows, taking the extra support, or coming all the way back. Really lovely position. Great for opening up through the quads and the front of the hips, but great as well for the full torso here to lift it open. Okay, 1 more breath. And then if you're all the way down, start to press back into the elbows. Make sure that it's a controlled lift all the way back up. And then from there we're going to take the right leg in front and sweep the left leg out behind. So we're coming into pigeon pose now. So taking the right leg in front, flexing the right foot and just bringing yourself into centre. So the temptation with pigeon is you drop over onto that right side. We want to stay in the middle. To do so, have a look over that left shoulder, check that the leg's extended away from the hip in a straight line. And then we might want to come down a little bit deeper into the forearms. If you've got a block, you can use that, or you could use your fists to rest the forehead on if you don't feel comfortable coming all the way down with the forehead to the floor. So we'll take 5 nice long breaths here into pigeon. Great stretch out for the hip flexors on this left leg. Great work into the piriformis on this right side. So see if you can release as much tension as possible here in this pose. Sometimes if you've got tight hips, it can feel like quite a tense position, but aiming to try and release as much of that tension as you possibly can. Taking another 2 long breaths. I know I said 3, but it's always nice. I always get down here and think, oh yeah, we'll just stay a bit longer. 1 more. Well done. From there, press into the hands and then take a tuck of that left toe. Step back with the right foot. And so we've got all that to go on the other side. So find your down dog, stretch it out, reaching, lifting up nice and high. And left foot it is to lift first. Inhale, stretch up left toes to the ceiling, relax the shoulders, just spend a moment in your 3-legged dog before bringing the knee towards the chest, popping the right foot forwards, and then heel toe the the left foot out a little bit. Dropping down onto that back knee. And this time we're going to be taking a twist over our left shoulder. So if you can, inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, releasing the left arm out behind you, and you can stay here. Keep those hips moving down. Remember, we don't want to lift the hips back into a half split. Okay, we want to be working down rather than back. So releasing the left arm if you can, maybe taking the bind with the right foot this time. Trying to use that bind if you can take it to rotate a little bit more. So bringing the right hip over towards the right heel, stacking the left hip on top of the right, and giving yourself that room to really move through the spine. You can sometimes roll onto the outside edge of the left foot like I'm doing as well, that can feel good. For another 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bikram triangle coming up. So release that back foot, heel toe the left foot back in the line, and from there press into the right foot at the back, turn the right toes out, bring the left forearm onto the left thigh, and make sure that the knee and the hip and the heel are all lined up nicely. From there, extending the right arm up and over, so you can use the right knee to press onto the left arm and the left arm onto the right knee, creating a little bit of muscular tension there. Stretching out nice and long, and if you wanted to have a go at that full Bikram triangle, make sure the hips are sinking down, floating the left arm up to meet the right, and finding that engagement in the thighs, in the torso. Try and release the shoulders away from the ears if you can. Hold in there, or coming back to your modified version is totally fine. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more breath, you've got this. And 1, good. Reach up, find your warrior 2, stretch up with the arms, okay? Keeping that nice big deep knee bend in that front leg, really switching on the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, come down to the hips. Holding it there. Let's take a few more arm circles, so moving in one direction and then the other. And then back again. And then final time, other way. Nice work. Extending through that front leg, let's find our wide-legged forward fold. So bringing the left foot around, maybe turning the toes slightly inwards if you can. Taking hands to hips, inhale. And exhale, starting to fold. Again, if you want to pause halfway down, that can feel like a real strengthener into the lower back. If you want to keep that journey flowing all the way down, crown of the head, dropping down, weight into the balls of the feet, allowing yourself to drop down. You can be quite passive in this one. You might want to take the hands out behind you, creating a bit of purchase on the floor. Using the exhale, you can start to release down a little bit further maybe. Inhaling to lift slightly, exhaling to refold, whatever feels good. You can always bind around the ankles or big toes as well. Just taking stock of the world, upside down. Well done everyone. For another 3. We've got yogi squat next. Remember you can get your brick involved in your yogi squat. 2. And 1. Hands underneath the shoulders. Allow yourself to be guided into that halfway lift, and then bring the heels and the toes in they come. Twist, twist, twist. And sink down from there. So allowing yourself to find a comfortable distance between the heels. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down the back. Finding a nice long spine here in your yogi squat for another 5. Breathing deep up and down the spine, breathing deep into those hips. 4, 3, and we've got that transition into the half hero forward fold. If you prefer to take tree leg, that's fine. And 1, so dropping the right knee down and extending away with the left. So making sure that both sit bones are grounded and that the heel is on the outside of the right butt cheek rather than sat on it. I forgot to say, if you've got something you can sit on, you might find there's less discomfort in the knee if that's the issue, if you bring your hips up a little bit higher. So grab a cushion or a rolled up blanket or something like that. Okay, once more, let's think about that movement from the hips. Inhale. Grab your strap as well if you need to, or take a little soft knee bend on this side as I'm doing. You could take that nice little softness there. Lengthening out, heart towards the toes, pressing down hard through this left heel so you can really activate this extended leg. And flowing down from there. Well done. For another 3, 2, 1. Stay put if you like, or join me with our modified half hero. So coming back onto the elbows if that feels okay. Maybe taking it a little bit deeper, all the way down onto the shoulder blades. Try to avoid that knee lifting up if you can. And everybody's different. Some people are going to have their knee in line with their hip, some people are going to have the knee a little bit further out. Maybe taking the arms out above the head. And slowly breathing here into the front body. Well done. 2 more breaths. Working your way up, good job. Elbows come down, using them to press into the ground, pressing up into the hands, releasing all the way up from there. And then we are working into pigeon on the other side. So bring the left leg across. Most people are trying to work towards bringing the shin parallel to the front of the mat, but in reality, it's more like you come into about 45 degrees. So sweep that back leg around, rock hips to centre, making sure the left knee's out nice and wide, and breathing into your pigeon here. Any variation, any modifications that you need to take in your pigeon, just allow yourself to relax. Release as much tension as you can particularly out of this right glute muscle on the extended leg or anywhere down that right leg. Giving yourself a couple more breaths, and then we're into our chill section. Letting go of all of the muscles in the face, particularly the jaw, the neck, the chest, the shoulders. Final breath. Inhale. And exhale, press into the hands. From there, we're going to come all the way around with that right leg. Again, you might want to sit on a brick for this one, or take the strap around the soles of the feet. We're going to take a double leg forward fold. So sit up tall, inhale. You might want to lift the arms up, exhale, reaching, folding forwards, maybe walking the sit bones back a smidge, extending long through the spine, inhale, and exhale, floating down, reaching down, working our way down now, through our pigeon, through our forward fold, into a more relaxed last few minutes of class. You don't even have to try and extend the legs if you don't want to. Just breathing space into the lower back. Letting the head be nice and heavy. For 3, 2, and for 1. Good stuff. Inhale, rise up. And coming down onto your back. If you've got a brick or a rolled up towel or something like that, you might want to bring that with you. We're going to take a dynamic bridge and then a supported shoulder stand. So let the spine just relax down onto the ground. Press the heels down to the floor, so heels are quite close towards the bottom. If that doesn't work for you, just slide them away a little bit more. Okay, from here, find that connection through the lower back and the floor as you squeeze in tight through the belly. You might want to float the arms up and over the head as we lift up here. Inhale, floating the hips nice and high. Try and avoid the knees knocking around too much. You could always use your towel or your brick in between the thighs to squeeze onto. Exhaling, slowly releasing down. Trying to release one vertebra at a time down onto the floor. Again, inhale, lift up. Pressing nice and high, feel that deep opening through the front of the hips. Exhaling, release. We're going to take 1 more of those. Inhale, lift up. So you want to try and allow the same time to lift as it takes you to also to lower. Just means you're controlling that descent, and it's the abs which have to work hard here as you're rolling down through the spine. Nice work. Alright, supported shoulder stand. Yum, yum. You can use something underneath the hips here, or if you don't have anything, you can simply take both legs into the air. Or if you've got a wall, you can pop the legs against the wall. If you have got a brick or maybe a book, preferably a cushion a little bit softer than a book, or rolled up jumper or something, you can snuggle it underneath the hips and then take both legs up into the air. So this is your supported shoulder stand. If you've got a shoulder stand in your practice and you prefer to take that, go ahead, just make sure you're only looking at your toes, not trying to look at the screen, so you can watch me first and then roll up from there. So we're taking a little squeeze of the abs as we tuck the knees into the chest, using a little bit of a squeeze there to roll up, using the elbows then to press into the floor as we bring the hands either onto the very tops of the hips, so you've got a shelf to rest on, or I personally prefer coming into that last rib. So we're aiming to squeeze and lift the toes to the ceiling, finding a nice strong hold here. So you don't want to feel like you're sagging down into this basket that you've made with the hands. You want to feel like you're being lifted out of that basket, toes all the way up to the ceiling. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is an inversion, so you get all those anti-aging properties. You give the cells in the body a nice bit of a shake up by being upside down. And it also feels lovely through the legs to have that draining away sensation. Really good for the lymph system as well. So you start to get a few pins and needles in the toes, don't worry about it. Again, just if you feel uncomfortable and you want to come down, just make sure you release down into your Shavasana with some level of control, and it's not just a giant flop to the floor. Now if you want to take this a little bit further and you find it comfortable to do so, remember it's a chill variation. You can start to lower maybe one leg down to the floor behind you, and then lift up, and then take the other leg down. So it does require a little bit of hamstring flexibility, this one. You can simply take both legs down to a point which works for you. Just watch you don't compress the neck too much there. So if you are taking what we call a plow pose, where you can bring the toes, you could always press against the wall, that's another option, or you can take the feet down to the floor completely. You can release the arms there if you like. Taking a nice stretch out, trying to straighten out down the backs of the legs. Okay, so working there into plow pose. If that's not your bag, you can always bend the knees and work towards the floor in this deaf man's pose as well. So wherever you are, give yourself another couple of breaths. And then let's see how much we can control, we can exact as we bring one spine. I've done it again, one vertebra in the spine all the way down towards the floor. So squeezing in the abs, helping you to lower down. Well done. Check the old watcheroo. Alright, let's take a happy baby. Releasing there, pressing the lower back into the floor. Knees towards the ground, rocking from side to side. Nice, Joe. Slow release. If you want to release the feet down towards the floor, you can take the arms out wide. Inhale. You might want to cross the left leg over the right here as you release both knees over towards the right. Just enjoying the spinal twist. You don't have to wrap the knees, it's just an option. Maybe turning the gaze over towards the left. Relaxing as much as you can. Inhale, squeeze, come back through centre. Swap it over. If you're taking that leg wrap right over left, exhale. Over we go towards the left, gaze to the right maybe. 3, 2, feeling that release, that let go. And 1, coming back through centre. Any other final wiggles that you want to take. And then stretching out into your Shavasana. If you want to get the brick involved, you can always take it underneath the back of the head or between the shoulder blades, under the hips. And you can stay here for as long as you like. Letting go of all of those muscles which work super hard. Breathing into any spaces which might feel a little bit tight. Just due to the filming and the running over, I'm going to finish the class here, but as I said, if you want to take a few more breaths here in your Savasana, please do. Take whatever you need from this pose, setting yourself up for the rest of your day. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring my knees into my chest and take a little rock and roll up to seated. Taking any comfortable seat, nice tall spine, inhale, rise up the arms. Bring the hands to prayer. Exhale, hands down to the heart centre. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.